Philly's Country Station 92.5 XTU. It's Raz on the radio and James Wesley. I like your new song. It reminds me, and I heard there was a version of this, of that great Paul Harvey commercial we saw at the Super Bowl.
Well, thanks, Raz.
Because that's so American. Paul Harvey was like so great for many years, and I remember like when I first started in radio, they sit you down. They go, okay, the one thing you have to know is at this radio station is you don't mess with Paul Harvey.
Right.
You don't edit him. You don't do anything. You don't miss it. If you miss Paul Harvey, you're fired.
Right. Well, I tell you what, he's
true.
he's an icon.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what a great voice. And when he came on to the Super Bowl, you know, you knew exactly who it was when you hear Paul Harvey's voice. But what a great commercial that was.
Well, you're from farm country.
I am.
So that's real to you. That means a lot.
Well, and that was the thing, too, that drew me to the song. You know, Benny Brown sent me this song at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon about 6 weeks ago. And I was in the studio at 6 o'clock tracking this song.
Nice.
And, it, you know, I mean, the song just fit me and who I am and where I came from, you know.
That's the one thing that when I talk to people that are that perform other people's songs is something about the song becomes a part of their soul. And then this song's done that for you.
Well,
Thank a Farmer is the name of the song. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, I think it resonates, you know, when you live that, you're able to sing it and you put the emotion and the feeling in it, you know. There was one line in the song that I asked if I could change, and it was the FFA part. There was actually another club that they had there, and I said, can I change that to FFA? Because I was in FFA all 4 years through high school.
Oh, it was the other club that they mentioned. I get it.
Yeah.
I know what one you mean.
Right.
But it's all the same thing, though, right?
It is. You know, I mean, it's growing up and having that background. It's a work ethic, and it's a sense of pride, you know, when you're growing up. And, you know, I mean, I learned so much raising animals and growing up, you know, on a small farm. And, you know, I mean, I learned an awful lot. And you can't buy that.
Yeah. No, and that's America, and that's great, and it's so great. When you mentioned FFA, I have a great little radio story. Years ago, and I don't know why I'm going on this tangent, but I think it's funny. Years ago, if your station was by the tower lights, once a day you'd have to look up and look at the tower lights to see if they were blinking.
Right.
If they weren't blinking, you had to call the FAA number, the local FAA.
So
right?
they wouldn't,
So the planes wouldn't crash into it, right? So we have this incident.
Oh, no.
One of the tower lights was out. We have an incident. It was almost a crash because one of the small pipers almost hit it.
Oh, my gosh.
And the guy's like, I swear to God, I called it up. He called the FFA, not the FAA.
What can we do for you, sir?
Like, hello? You got the wood out.
you want the ag report?
That's so small market radio. Like that's
cool.
You know,
though.
you have to have an FFA and an FAA. It's funny how that funny.
That's a good story, man.
But James, always great to see you.
Well, thank
Are
you,
you doing
Raz.
anything at the ACMs this week?
You know what? This is the only year that I'm not doing anything, you know, as far as singing, but it's just good to be here and getting to hang with everybody. Good people.
It's fun to hang out here and see all the big stars.
It is. And you're working hard.
I am working hard, honey.
That's right.
All right. James Wesley on 92.5 XTU.